So what kind of music are you listening to when you're streaming? Are you afraid of getting the VODs deleted, or do you have some like royalty-free music that you can listen to?
Yeah, just right now I'm just streaming this like chill hop,
Okay.
which is like lo-fi beats, and I think it's free. You can just stream it, as long as you're not making money on it.
Yeah.
It's fine. They don't care. It says free. I listen to all sorts of music though. I listen to a lot of like piano pop covers when I code.
Oh, the YouTube's live now. That's good.
Oh, YouTube's live. Oh, good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm not gonna be making the same introduction again, so just too bad for all of the YouTubers out there. And you're doing the bright mode IDE. Are you a big fan of? Maybe that's just iOS stuff, right? No
I do
dark mode.
system. That's I do that across the board. Just system.
Yeah,
I don't like again switch that.
so you don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Do you use a lot of ChatGPT, or do you just kind of go to the documentation and stuff like that?
Some both. I use when I'm not doing sort of stuff. I use Cursor, which is just like has like GPT built into it. Um, so I do that a lot. I'll ask a lot of things, and I actually use ChatGPT directly. Some of the time, kind of depends on what I'm doing. I think I oftentimes find it faster to just like look stuff up.
Yeah, because it end up
Depends on what
making
it is.
mistakes or doing something you don't want and stuff
Yeah,
like
I
that.
feel like
Yeah,
I kind of usually have to go through like a couple iterations, like what's this actually doing?
yeah, true.
But it depends. It depends on the thing. see how this works? See, so it just like is here, and you can just update
Is it live
this
updating?
and up. Yeah. See,
Oh,
so you
it's
can
pretty quick, yeah.
just update this. Yeah, it's super fast, right? So I can put a like a button here, right? It's like let's see, just updates, just like kind of cool.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. So depending on what kind of elements you're editing, it has to either hot reload or reload like the whole thing. So when you're editing text, it looks like it's updating really quickly, but when you're adding like a new element, it takes a bit more
Yeah, you're
time or
probably
what?
right. Yeah, it seems like you're right. Yeah, absolutely. Then like, how do I do a fill here? I do X. I really wish you didn't just have like it's nice as these features, but I don't know Xcode very well, and it's kind of annoying to not be able to just. I mean, I guess you could develop it in theory just in VS Code, but it's definitely less fun. Here's
Oh, but I think when you learn Xcode, it's probably really nice, right?
yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't want to get there. Let you know when I learn it. It's also this is like a very Apple thing. Their uh, their project files are like it's not on Git. It's like not on GitHub. So you just like download all these project files, which I don't know. I feel like it just kind of bothers me. I'm like, why can't you just like just put this on GitHub where everyone else's is?
Wait, it's not on GitHub?
No, like their sample projects and everything are just like zips that you have to download.
Oh,
It just feels like a very Apple thing to be like
yeah.
we're not like
Doesn't don't put it on a Microsoft service.
exactly no 100% right.
Yeah. But I think it's nice to be able to work really fast and like see what you're doing.
That
And
part of it is nice, yeah.
and Expo is kind of like you can do that as well with the React Native stuff, and you can also do that with
Yeah.
like Java, and it was also really good on Flutter. But
Yeah.
and I guess like you've been working with like React in the browser, right? There it's also pretty fast
Yeah,
with
the
all of the frameworks.
React Native stuff too.
Yeah,
Um, and Expo. I actually really like Expo. Um,
yeah,
it's just it's so nice to be able to work full stack in the same language.
yeah, and you can easily like push it to like an iOS device and Android device. But haven't you ever run into like things that doesn't work the same way on like both iOS and Android?
Yeah,
It's so annoying.
yeah,
It's like you think
it
it
is annoying.
works, but then there's some like thing that doesn't work the same at all,
Yeah,
or it doesn't
no,
look the
it is
same,
annoying. I agree.
and it's just that's where Flutter just. I think it works really well, but there was also some stuff I remember in Flutter that was like
Yeah,
also not looking the same, but at least the functionality was.
yeah,
But I never got much into
yeah.
it.
Into Flutter.
No, I only did like 10% of a big long course, and then
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're doing, I mean, my experience, we built like a chat. I mean, it would honestly work pretty well. It's like Slack or Discord, in Expo, and honestly worked pretty well. There were a few things that were like kind of, they were like pretty annoying, but for the most part, it actually worked surprisingly well. Okay, this is nice. I like this. I like this. Let's see some of this.
Sorry I didn't answer you before. I was just nodding my head, but you probably can't see that.
No, you're good.
Are you working on a laptop, or are you working on a big computer, or like what's your setup like?
Laptop,
Yeah,
MacBook Pro. I have one of the M1s.
nice. I actually got a M2 MacBook Air, the big ones when they came out. I
Oh,
was
those
like
are
really,
sweet, huh?
they were so cool because like it's big, like
Yeah,
like the pros, but it's not that expensive compared to. So I was pretty hyped
yeah.
when it came out. Also, I was still in
You
school
know,
at the time, and I feel like
those
it's one of the only computers that I like almost felt like are some like effective enough to actually work on it when I'm not like on the main computer at home.
yeah. I honestly feel like that M2 Air might be like the greatest computer ever made for the price you get, like what you get for the price. I feel like it's kind of unreal.
It's crazy. But I feel like
Yeah, I'd probably if I got a computer, I'd probably get that. Yeah,
from the M1 to the M2, I don't think that's a big like jump.
yeah, that's probably true. But it's so much like that Air is so much cheaper than the Pro.
Oh yeah, if you only like go for the size thing, then you're right.
Yeah, I got too much Xcodes. It just like eats battery too, and just like it can be so slow.
Yeah, because it's like doing some emulations maybe of
Yeah,
the.
I think the simulator. I'm not even close to simulator. I'm sure OBS doesn't help. Let me close. Let me close.
Yeah,
Let me close.
definitely OBS doesn't help. But you can be plugged in where you're sitting now.
Yeah, I just have it set up. I have like a monitor, so I work off the monitor.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Uh,
One of the only things that I just can't seem to get used to is the switch when I'm switching from like Windows keyboard to Mac keyboard. It's like,
oh, you do both?
yeah, I'm on Windows right now. And I've
Oh
been a
wow.
Windows guy for a long time. And then for school I did like Linux for 3 years. And
Ooh, good for you.
in Linux you kind of decide yourself. You kind of you
Yeah,
can do either, right? You can decide what you want to have as your master keys. So I ended up like
yeah,
setting mine similar to Windows, at least for the copy pasting part and stuff like that, command stuff.
yeah.
But the Mac is very different, and
They are different. Yeah,
and I have gotten used to now the like my brain knows the command C command like all of the command things. Actually, my
yeah,
brain has gotten used to when I'm in the Windows, it's fine. When I'm on the Mac, it's also fine. But then there's stuff like there's no delete key in Mac. It's just they don't
yeah,
believe in delete, and I use delete all the time in the other systems. So it's kind of weird. But I
yeah. I
really
have
Yeah, you go first.
Oh, good.
I really believe in the Mac like ecosystem kind of thing. Like it's
Yeah,
so close to the Linux experience. I feel like I can
yeah, it
do
is.
all of the things that I could do on Linux, just in a nicer like body. The
Yeah,
MacBook is just so nice. Keeps battery, screen
yeah,
is
no, it
nice.
is.
All of these things.
And Windows, I mean, Windows is moving towards that world, right? I mean, they have like a whole Windows like Linux subsystem, don't they?
True, true, but it's I don't
Not
know.
the same.
It's yeah, it can do a lot of stuff, but then there are
Yeah,
some barriers with like at least if you're working with like containers and Docker and stuff, then it doesn't really you can't run the
really.
containers inside the container and then or at least it
Oh,
becomes a
yeah,
bit of a like annoyance even though they say it's not a
yeah.
container then I don't know, maybe I'm just a noob at configuring Windows stuff, but it's always more complicated
No, it's probably is more
than the
complicated. Yeah,
counterparts. I don't understand why, but
yeah,
it is cool that they have Windows like with Linux subsystem,
yeah,
but I mean, it's just nicer to have brew install whatever the fuck you want, and then you don't have to
yeah,
emulate all of these with like Linux things.
yeah.
On Windows, I have
It
like
is.
3 or 4 different like terminal emulators because they all have like different stuff that I've gotten to work on them, and then
Yeah,
I don't really want to bother like making sure that PowerShell can do all of the things that I want, so I just switch because I know that there's probably like a bash terminal that will be able to do it. So I'm just like running different terminals because
yeah,
they can't seem to get one right or something.
yeah. No, I haven't used Windows in probably 10 years. No, I mean that's not like a little bit, but not as a primary operating system. I do think it's not really like the fact that what am I trying to say that I think that the fact that Mac switched to like a Unix based system um, when SAS happened and as servers were switching to like Linux based systems isn't talked about enough for like the resurgence of Mac, right? I feel like Macs used to be, and they still are, right? Very focused on like design and artists, right? I mean, like Adobe started on Macs, things like that. But there was this switch to developers starting to embrace Macs. I think that's because it was a Unix-based system and Windows wasn't, while servers were switching to Linux. I think that actually like contributed pretty significantly to like the resurgence of Mac whenever it was, right? I mean, like 20 years ago or something. But it's not people don't really talk about it. I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably right. No, people talk about that it's easier, more user friendly, all of this stuff, the
Yeah,
mainstream
and it is.
stuff.
Yeah,
And also, there's like no servers on the cloud running on Mac. So, and that's a
yeah,
good thing. That's a good thing because who the fuck is using Windows servers? but,
yeah.
but
They used to,
honestly,
right? But not anymore.
yeah. Oh, we actually we we have some people over at Kick Chat who's joining in and saying.
Oh, sweet.
So we have I think now 3 times in a row kind of guy who's following me everywhere. So cool. Who is Ande, and I
Awesome.
also talked to him yesterday off the stream from India, and he really wants to develop projects together and stuff like that. But I'm in this indie hacking mode, so I told him like, you
Yeah.
gotta find some other people, and maybe I can see if I can find someone
Yeah.
who's interested as well, and maybe we can do like a project together.
Yeah.
And then there's
That's cool.
Tariq. Oh, good, which is saying hello guys, and then he's asking me
What's
about
that? Cool.
the Go language, and he's asking if I'm using
Uh,
Gin, but I'm actually not. I'm using Mux, and that's only being used in the router. So so no, I don't know Gin, but I've heard that it's better than Mux. So maybe I'll switch one day. But it's great to have you guys. And then we have Grant over here. You should check out his stream as well. He's doing a cooking AI assistant in Swift, and we're both kind of learning as we go. You are using Go
I
Fiber.
use,
That's cool.
that's cool. So
Man.
I used Gin when I was at working on a Go project.
Yeah. I also had a guy in the chat who was using Jin, who was talking the other day. And then Ande is asking, what's today's work? Well, for me, today's work is just making a little improvement on and adding episodes to the podcast's objects, which is very boring. Yeah, the backend is in Go for my project. How much Go did you actually code in, Grant?
Fair amount. Probably wrote Go for about a year. About half we had it was a microservices architecture. About half our services were in Go. So I probably wrote Go for probably about a year. Um, Very basic stuff though, just right like basic CRUD stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing too fancy. We wrote a lot of Go though. We eventually moved away from Go just to Python. We wrote a lot of wrote a lot of Python code based on Go.
How come you went away from it?
Um, it was just really slow to develop in for us. I think that one, we didn't have anyone on the team who was like an expert in Go, so there's like a lot of learning. New hires had to learn Go. Um, the ecosystem just wasn't as big as Python, right? There are like far fewer libraries. We had to write a lot of code from scratch that we didn't have to um, with Python. Um, it made it harder for like front end people to interact with the code, right? Even if people like knew React, like Python, you can kind of like I don't know. Python's easy enough to read that if you understand like like programming, you can kind of understand what Python's doing. But Go is just like it's really hard to read if you don't know kind of what's going on.
Yeah,
Even if you know what's going on, it can be hard to read sometimes.
yeah,
So I'd say it was a lot faster for us to, and it was context switching, right? Because we were developing in two different languages, there was constant context switching. You couldn't just necessarily like implement one thing in one service and copy and paste it to another.
Ah,
So
okay. So you were also using
it,
Python for some things.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it was not a good situation.
Rust is win, but I feel like Rust is even worse in that in that regards, right? Rust is really hard to
Yeah,
read, and it's like you are not gonna get
yeah,
a front end guy to touch your code. Maybe that's a good thing for
yeah.
Rust then. No unnecessary commits, but I think Rust and Go is maybe a bit hyped right now. But yeah, I like to
I mean,
learn
they're
hype
good for
stuff.
specific things. Yeah,
If you're doing 5G system and embedded stuff, Tara Go good then Go is probably win. Yeah. I mean just for like doing stuff with hardware, probably better to do with these kind of languages.
yeah. I built in school. We did like distributed systems with Go. It was really good for that. Like the gRPC stuff um, was actually like was really helpful. Sweet. Can't wait
I
to implement
I
that.
couldn't really imagine doing anything like that in Java or JavaScript or Python or something like that. That would be really hard.
Yeah.
Hey, Ande, it's good to hear that you are getting like an idea of what your future holds. when we talked together, it sounded like you needed to figure out what was gonna happen after your Amazon internship. But it's good to have a role in Adidas. That's cool, man. Retail sales associate. Nice. Happy for you, man. Yeah, so if you're not on Kick, you should maybe get on the Kick train because people on Kick are so
Maybe
friendly.
I should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Kick popular in Europe? I feel like Kick. I don't really know people in the U.S. that use Kick much.
Um, I don't know. I mean, does it have to be like? I mean, people are tuning in from all over the world. I don't know where
Yeah.
Tarikukut is from, but I know Ande is from India, and Kick. You're allowed to do more like weird stuff on Kick, right?
That seems cool. I should check it out.
But no one's really doing weird stuff when it's in the dev in the dev community.
Yeah.
Tariq, oh good. You're saying you no garbage collection? Yeah, no garbage collection in Rust. You have to do everything manually, but it helps you, right? That's my understanding at least. My AI is work on NVIDIA DGX. What? I don't understand. A virtual girlfriend? What, this guy's doing a virtual girlfriend on embedded systems with 5G in Rust? What the fuck? Sexting chatbot. Dude. Okay. Well, it's good that you're on Kick. No. That's so cool. Does it make a lot of money? I could imagine something like that would make a lot of money. You're asking me if I can look up NVIDIA DGX platforms? I've heard about this DGX thing, but I don't know really what it is. Best of NVIDIA AI. And Ande is asking, what is the main source of the project doing right now, man? Um, I mean, I don't know if I incorporate your question correctly, but it's the technologies are Go, mainly Go, and HTMX for rendering stuff in the front end. Oh, did we lose the? We lost the call. Something weird is happening.
What do you mean?
I don't know. My
Oh.
my stream is like freezing up. I think. I don't know if it's back. Something happened with my stream.
Which, both of them?
I don't know if it's all.
Let's see.
The The cameras are gone, so I don't know if I closed, if I did
Oh yeah, the
something.
cameras are gone. Something with OBS. It looks like you're still live on Twitch. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I'm
see.
still I'm still
Now
live
now I
on.
see your. Oh, wait.
But the camera just disappeared.
That's weird.
It's pretty
Do
weird.
you see it? Do you see it on OBS your camera?
No, 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 I don't.
Oh,
And
maybe you have to. That's very weird.
look, I had problems with this also in
Oh
the
yeah.
start. I don't know why.
Oh, I see them
Maybe.
on the. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I just put them on there, but it's not like sharing the actual camera, which
That's
is a
weird.
bit weird. I'm gonna put it like this. Maybe it's working now.
Oh yeah, I see the. What'd
We
you have
got
to do?
we I don't know. It's like put it in or three times, and then at some point it just worked.
Okay. Classic.
Recopy it. I don't know. I was looking at what do you call it, like alerts the other day,
Hmm.
and on Twitch you can set up like alerts really easily on OBS. Did you know that?
No, what do you mean by alert?
So apparently you can put in a alert when you're on Twitch.
Oh,
So
like
so when
it gets
someone's
pushed
like
out like while
follows
you're live.
you, so when no when someone's like following you, then they
Yeah.
get like this alert. So I just
Huh.
created like a stupid one that looks like this, and then it kind of like you can like put whatever you want,
Oh,
like an
interesting.
image and like some text, and then
That's cool.
when someone like follows you, it will like pop up with some
Ah,
sound, and it will be like someone followed you.
well, that is cool.
I think I can send a test alert.
Envelop just made me focus even harder.
Okay,
Yeah.
apparently only the sound works.
Okay. That's cool. I should check that out. I've
Yeah,
seen those on other streams. I didn't know how to do
exactly.
it.
But it's really easy. Just like we implemented this browser thing for
Yeah.
this collaboration thing. In
Yeah.
Twitch, you also kind of just add an alert, and then you add the
Yeah.
browser URL source on another layer, or like not layer, source, and then you get
Yeah.
the alert.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Creatively. Yeah, it's not very well made, my alert, but it's fun. Do you mind if I take a screenshot of the stream and post it on Twitter?
No, no. Go for it.
Why did it put it like that? Wait, did it like this? Are you a tea or coffee drinker?
Coffee. I like both, but I usually drink coffee. What about you?
I like both, but it depends on the time of day. If I drink coffee in the evening, I'm gonna be awake the whole night.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I have to like noon or one's about the cutoff for my coffee.
Yeah.
Make much progress.
Mm, a little bit. It's slow, but it's
It's
fine.
always stuff always takes it always takes longer than I think.
Have you heard about this thing called Founders RC? Founders Running Club? Hey Grant, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, what's the Founders Running Club?
Yeah, if you're doing something, it's okay.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking to someone in the chat.
No, no, no.
This is cool.
Um, I think I'm lucky that I have this in Copenhagen, and I'm gonna join it soon. I just need to like add up the courage to try it out. But I think it would be a good way of like meeting other people. Do you have something similar in your area? Are you like looking to find local entrepreneurs also?
Well, yeah, definitely. I should look at this. Los Angeles, Saturday at 9:30 on the Santa Monica Pier Arch. How about that? How'd you find this?
It was a thing on Meetup. You know the app. It's like I just looked at stuff in my area, and then I was like, I need to go do that. The idea is that they just meet every week. At least that's the Copenhagen one. I think it's the same all over the world. And then they just meet at the place, and then they run 5 kilometers, and then they grab some breakfast or something like that.
That sounds awesome. I'll absolutely look at this.
Yeah, I need to do this. But wait, you have one close to you?
It's cool. Yeah, I'm in LA.
Wait, that's nice. Nice.
Yeah. Cool. You're in Copenhagen?
I'm in Copenhagen. That's crazy. Wait, you're in LA. LA, where's that located?
Kind of, it's the other side of the city for me. I live on the east side, but
Yeah. But it's a way of connecting. This is also on the other part of the city for me, but Copenhagen is small, so probably a bit less distance. It's like only, I don't know, 6 kilometers or something for me.
LA is actually not. Yeah, I mean it's probably not too far mileage wise, just like distance, but the traffic can be bad, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Mornings it shouldn't be too bad.
How many people have a driver license in the US? Is that like normal? Everyone gets it?
Everyone gets one. I mean, not everyone, but yeah.
Almost everyone.
It is very rare. Very rare. There's a joke around people in New York don't have driver's licenses because that's one of the few cities where you don't actually need one.
They don't need it. Yeah.
But most everyone, it's kind of required.
I feel like a lot of people in Copenhagen don't have it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it seems pretty easy to get around, huh?
As soon as you're like not from Copenhagen, then everyone has it.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, all of the young people, no one really has a car. Like it's too expensive.
Yeah, that makes sense. How do people mostly get around? Is it public transit or bikes, or what are people doing? Mix?
Public transportation if you go outside Copenhagen, and then inside Copenhagen it's either metro or bike.
Okay.
So it's pretty easy to get around because you can just bike everywhere. But in the winter time I always prefer to take the metro because it's super cold. And I'm not that glad or fond of the cold.
How much does it cost to take it?
To get around town is like maybe 20 krona to USD. It's like 2.8 US dollars to like go on the metro.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Yeah.
And then if you need to go like outside of Copenhagen, it becomes like if I need to go to my parents' house, it will be like 50 DK too. So it'll be like $7 US, which is like 1 hour train ride.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
Yeah. So it's not free, but it's. I think it's
cheaper than a car.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is to get around in the US with like public transportation? Is it fine in LA or is it like horrible?
There's probably only maybe 6 cities in the U.S. that have good public transportation.
That's crazy.
LA is not one of them. LA is notoriously, it has some. It has like some of those like a metro, but it doesn't go many places. I think it's about the same, like 275 to or 250 or something to ride. Yeah, New York, Boston, Chicago, Washington D.C., Atlanta, and then San Francisco to some extent are kind of the cities that have public transportation.
San Francisco has good public transportation,
It has
but
okay
it's
public transportation.
but it's
Depends where you are.
huge, right? Or maybe
San
it's only like
Francisco, the Bay Area itself is huge. San Francisco is like the Bay Area is made up of 3 cities, like three
okay,
major
that's maybe
cities,
what I
San
think
Francisco,
about.
Oakland, and San Jose.
Like when I look at the map of San Francisco, I always imagine it being like huge, but I've never been, so I have no
San
idea.
Francisco itself is tiny.
Oh yeah, this piece is tiny, but I was thinking like
Yeah.
all of this is San Francisco, but it's not. It's like
Yeah, I mean,
a
that's the
different
Bay Area,
city.
right? That's what they can call like the Bay Area. Those are all different cities.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
San Jose, Oakland, and then San Francisco
Yeah.
are all different cities. And there's decent public. It's okay. It depends where you're going. It doesn't go everywhere, but
Okay.
it's okay. But most of the U.S. has really bad public transportation, if it has any at all. A lot of buses.
What about
They're kind of
Seattle?
okay.
Because I've been to Seattle and it was like fine, I guess, but I don't really know
Seattle
what to
building it
compare to.
out.
Yeah.
Seattle. I went to school in Seattle. They have one light rail.
Yeah, exactly.
One
The
light
lightway
south
like
line.
connects everything.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's only one route, right? So it's like it's great
True.
if you live close to it, but if you don't, like,
Yeah, true, true.
like it's kind of useless, right? They're building it out though, but it's a really slow. It's just really slow and expensive to build. When were you in Seattle?
Ooh, it's almost 10 years ago.
Okay, just to visit or?
It was a school or not a school project, but it was a school expedition.
Oh, cool.
I was studying at a 3D school in Denmark, where I was studying like game design. They don't have it anymore.
Oh, cool.
And then they went to the to the US to kind of mostly was just to get a trip out of it, I think, because it was not like the lectures was like that crazy, but it was
Yeah.
a fun trip. We stayed there for like a month.
Where'd
And
you
we
stay?
we had to we stayed at like host families in Seattle, and then we had to go to the university every day, and it was like 1 hour train
Really?
transit. It was like really long. It's like
University of Washington, or which university was it?
yeah, probably, but
Okay.
it was like just they rented some rooms in the university, so it was not like part of the university. It was just like happened to be there.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. No, that's where I went to school.
Yeah, it was very
Um,
beautiful
Yeah,
college.
it's a cool place. It is a beautiful campus. Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, really? You went to school there?
Yep.
That's funny. My also like my brother coincidentally got a rowing in like scholarship at the University of Washington.
Oh, they have a good rowing team.
Yeah,
Like
he's
kind of known for the rowing.
yeah he's like top. He used to be like one of the top rowers in Denmark, so he got like hijacked.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, I'm sure.
he didn't really want to stay there. He was far away. He had a girlfriend at home, and so
Yeah.
he just took the
Oh, yeah.
scholarship. And then I don't know, like a year after, he was like he couldn't really
Yeah.
keep doing it, I guess.
Yeah. No, I get that. It is far.
Oh, Ande in the chat, he's been to Texas.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
We're in Texas.
I don't know. Maybe he can. If he's still here, he can answer that. Oh, he's saying yeah. Maybe it's a delay. Where in Texas have you been, Ande? A month ago. That's not that long ago. That's
Oh,
crazy. But
no.
where did you go to in Texas, and oh, my camera just went out. I have this fancy like
Uh,
Canon camera that I use for just taking
yeah.
pictures, and so I set it up to like do the streams through the PC, which is cool.
Yeah.
But the problem is it's operated on battery, so every like 1.5 hour
Oh.
I have to
Yeah.
swap the batteries,
I see. Yeah.
which is a little bit annoying. But I mean, if I was streaming on the Mac, then I would have a good webcam. But I don't have a webcam on this setup, so just have to kind of do it.
Yeah.
And we're back. Brownwood. My aunt's living in the area. Okay.
Okay. Brownwood.
I don't know Brownwood.
I don't know Brownwood either. Where is it?
Between Dallas and San Antonio, but
Yeah.
not in the middle of it.
Okay. Yeah. Huh.
That's in
Yeah,
like
I've
the
been-
middle of
I've been to
nowhere.
Texas. Yeah, it's really out there.
That's cool. Isolated area. Yeah, yeah. What did you what did you study? So like I know that in the US you can like kind of build your program more, but I guess it's still called
I did
something.
computer science.
Okay. Straight up computer science.
Yeah. Straight up computer science. Nothing else.
That's nice. And how many people were like
Yeah.
in the lectures, like in your what do you call it? In your
Actually, in
year?
each class there are probably about 50 people.
But
So in
in
my year, probably about 200
okay.
in computer science.
Yeah, that's about the biggest. I think that's about the biggest ones. If you go to like Copenhagen University and you study computer science, then you can get
Yeah.
like almost the size of that. But then when people like go on and continue, then they start dropping out, so it
Yeah.
gets smaller. The university I went
Makes
at,
sense.
we started 40 and then we finished like, I think we started, no, we probably were 40 and we finished like less than 20. So it was really small class and
Oh, wow.
year, very small.
Yeah. That's very small. It was focused on game design? Or
No, so that was the other place I was talking about. No, that was also just,
okay.
it was called software engineering.
Okay.
But I've been shopping a little bit around education. So I've been studying software engineering at one
Yeah.
university, only for like one semester, and then it was way too tough for me at the time, and I
Yeah.
couldn't like focus on the subjects, and discrete mathematics just kicked
Yeah.
my butt. So
Yeah.
I studied and I think it would be called like an AP degree or something like that, like not that technical,
Okay.
not that math focused, more like programming
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
1.5 year, and then Corona hit,
Okay.
and I got so
Ooh, yeah.
demotivated by like I couldn't be at school, and so I flunked all my classes, and I kind of
Yeah.
just thought I should do something that was not computer science related at all. And so I had like 3 or 4 months break, and I was like, ah, fuck, I don't know what I should do. And then I saw this
Yeah.
education on this like small university where they do everything more like project based. And so I thought maybe
Oh,
that's the
cool.
hack. Maybe it's the hack to just
Yeah.
study somewhere where it's like a lot of projects. And I heard good things about it from friends and family. And so I thought,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know what to do. In Denmark, school is mostly free. So I was like, oh, maybe I just take 1 semester and just see if it's
Yeah.
fun. And it was pretty fun for the 1 semester, and I just continued.
Oh, cool.
And now
Okay.
I'm now I'm on like sabbatical. Like I need to finish like four
Yeah.
courses, and I just it's
Yeah.
it's like linear algebra and like some heavy, I don't know,
Yeah.
something
The math.
math related stuff, and I just can't seem to gather the
Yeah.
courage and do the course. Like one of the courses I already did, but it just like I just want to do this shit. I want to like make a startup and do some
Yeah.
cool shit in that area, and
Yeah.
I cannot for the love of it see what I should use this education for from like for right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's not that good that I have a bunch of money to burn and just kind of experiment with this. But
Yeah.
I mean, maybe 1 year down the line,
That's not.
without any any
Yeah.
success, I'll go finish my degree, and it's only like the bachelor degree, right? So maybe I'll finish it at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it seems like doing projects is the best way to learn, right? I don't know. That's how I feel. Like, you
Yeah,
probably learn more doing projects than you will from linear algebra.
at least in the areas that I'm interested in, like building stuff and doing. I mean, if you should be doing something really heavy technical stuff, like I don't know, machine learning and doing new technologies or building like really
Yeah.
technical, I don't know, database systems and stuff like that, then for sure. But I know that even if I'm gonna finish these courses, I'm never gonna really want to do those kind of things.
Yeah.
And if I am,
Yeah.
maybe I'll go back and finish it.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. That seems very practical.
Yeah, but it's also pretty stupid, right?
I don't know.
It's
I
like
mean,
I have half a
what do you
year,
do?
to finish. Should have been done with it for like 1 year ago,
Mm,
but that's how it is.
yeah. Was that project-based school? Is that one in Copenhagen too?
So usually it's no, how do I explain it? No, it has a department in Copenhagen. It's actually another school in Denmark, but or another university,
Okay.
like in the other end of Denmark. So not that far away. It's only
Okay.
like 5 or 6 hours away. So compared to
Okay.
like U.S. length and heights, it's not our
Yeah.
distances. It's not that long. But I wanted
Yeah.
to stay in Copenhagen area, and they had a department.
Yeah.
Ande is asking in the chat, Grant Magdanz, where is he from? So you're from LA? Wasn't
I live in LA now. I grew up in Alaska though.
you grew up in Alaska?
Grew up in Alaska.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then went to school in Seattle. Lived in San Francisco for about 4 or 5 years, and then New York for about 3 years, and I just moved to LA about 4 months ago.
All
So I was
right,
all over.
all right. Is New York crazy?
Yeah, but it's the parts of it are actually pretty calm.
Okay, okay.
That's what I liked about it. Like you can go where it's just like crazy busy, right? But there's also a lot of parts of it that are pretty quiet and pretty peaceful and residential and really beautiful. So actually, I like that you can get both.
That's nice.
Okay, I'm gonna hop here in about 5 minutes. Gotta get some other stuff done.
Yeah, for sure. But it was great experience to have like a co-stream, and it was fun to have someone to talk to.
Yeah, no, this was cool. Um, yeah, it was fun just to work on stuff together. A little bit more about what you're doing, what your background is.
Yeah, and I mean maybe we can do this again sometime, or maybe we can just
Yeah.
grab a voice call, or maybe we can do even more fun stuff. Maybe we can see about it in the future.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll have to get on Kick too. I feel like that's the place to be, it seems.
I mean, I've had lucky encounters, some pretty cool what do you call it, encounters from the chat, and Ande is like a loyal follower now. He's like been here 3 times, so it's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
It's really awesome.
Awesome, Miranda.
And he's saying we'll plan a trip to New York, Jonathan. So yeah,
There you go.
he want to go. We're going on a trip.
Yeah. All right. Well,
yeah.
Good luck with everything, and I'll chat with you soon.
Yeah. See you, man. See you. It was great.
Yeah. See ya.
See you.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. So now we're all alone. Did my camera just shut off? Oh yeah, it did, because of the stream. We need to switch. Switching to this one. And enable. And we're back. Whoopty. And whoopty. So now it's just you and me, Ande. The time in Denmark right now is yeah, so you can see time in Denmark. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. So I guess for you right now that would be like 02 or 0. It's late. You need to go to bed, Ande. It was great. It was great to have you, man. But you gotta go to sleep, man. Gotta get that beauty sleep. Oh. You're bad, man. Oh, but I can also see that some of my friends are online in the game chat playing some PUBG. So I'll be joining them actually also, so you can get your sleep. So you have some work. I mean, that's great. I'll leave you to it. So this was the end of the stream for me. It was a short one today, but we had fun with Grant, and I'd love to do that someday again. Maybe we'll do that. But yeah, have a good time too, man. See you on Discord. Hey.